no stranger to reality TV, but now you are shifting gears quite a bit in the cutest, most heartwarming project yet, which is called Vanderpump Dogs. So tell us, what can we expect? What can fans expect from this new project?
Oh my gosh. Well, this is a passion project. Absolutely. I think everybody knows how much I've loved dogs over the years, and I think they've really related to my love of dogs. So it was a basic logical next step for us, really. Having had the Vanderpump, Dog Foundation in existence for 5 years, there's a lot that the Vanderpump Dog Foundation covers internationally and in China and with our sanctuaries. But this was just about the domestic, what was happening actually in the center, about matching the right dog to the right person, about a beautiful love story, really, about people falling in love with their best friend and trying to find the right match. But a lot of it, rescue, it's not a fairy tale, because it's got a real feel-good factor, this show.
Welcome to Vanderpump Dogs.
Also very poignant. And you do see some of the sadness that comes along with rescue, of course. And you do see some of the dogs that are just waiting for their forever home and really trying to find the right person. So it's very beautiful. We met some lovely people, but it's also about the human story as well. And it's pretty fascinating. I love doing this show. We did it through COVID, so it was kind of all very safe, and the center was kind of open by appointment, whereas normally the doors are just open. But it was just a beautiful stories, and I just fall madly in love with nearly every one of the dogs that gets adopted out. So it's always hard for me to let go like a mother,
I was going to say, I'm sure it's so hard because, I follow you guys and I know the cutest dogs always come in, but they all end up in great homes. And like you said, we're going to follow people finding their forever friend. So was there anyone in particular that their story just meant a lot to you?
Oh my gosh, all of them. Well, the first one, I don't want to preempt it. The first one, did you see the first episode? You see, I didn't expect that coming at all, and when I first met them, so that was really interesting, just the romance of it as well. But I love it when people come in and they say, I don't know what I want. I just want to feel that connection. Because rescue is not like you can order a dog. You can't say, I want a red poodle that's, 20 pounds. You can't say that. So a lot of dogs, this is their second chance. It's really important we get it right. And you see them and it's just like, is it my day? Is it my day? They know, and they're excited and they want to be petted and they want to be loved and they want to find that home. So it was just those stories, really. We have rescued and successfully adopted 2,500 dogs almost. So since we've been open over 5 years. So there's a lot of stories, but this was just some of them. But I think the audience will really be invested in it. And also some of the sadness that goes along with rescue as well. But then there's very happy moments. It's a great feel-good factor show.
I love to hear it. So it's more heartwarming other than the drama that we're kind of used to.
Oh gosh, no, there's no emotional dysfunction at all. No, it's not like that at all. But it's equally emotional in a different way. You're more invested in the dogs than you are, the dogs and the people that come into it. The people that work there, there's not like a dramatic setup there at all. It's basically people all working towards the same goal. They're much more interested in getting the dogs adopted than the staff are at in getting the crispy chicken on the table.
We love to hear it. That's probably a good thing for sure, especially with your precious little pups, because we know they mean so much to you, all of them. It's obvious. Your heart and soul is in it, and it always has been. So if you could tell us why, though, like, why is this so important to you?
Well, I just have this connection with dogs over the years, and they're so smart, and I don't think a lot of people give them credit for how smart and how empathetic they are to our needs. Even today when I saw the news and I saw the dogs saying the dogs can detect COVID within a second. I mean, that to me, that supersedes anything a human can do. And they're so smart. So I've always had really strong connections with some of my dogs and realized how they've enhanced my life. And I really realized, you know, how they do become your best friend. And us losing Giggy in December, that was like my child. It was really like my child, Giggy. He was, you know, he was just the king of this family. And I always hoped that every dog could have a life like Giggy had with us, because they deserve it. They really, really deserve it. But I have to say, Lauren, we'd revived him probably at least 50 times. We'd had so many times that he'd passed out, his either heart had stopped or he'd stopped breathing. I'd given him personal mouth-to-mouth CPR so many times. We traveled with little gas bottles everywhere we went to kind of give him as an inhaler. He did have the best life, but he was always precarious. For the last 2 years of his life, he was very precarious. But his legacy is the Vanderpump Dog Foundation. But for us, it was devastating. I still have in my kitchen a shrine to him. I know. But yeah, I still have I've got 2 dogs here, one either side of me. I have 5 dogs at home.
I know you have a lot of dogs. Have you adopted any more?
No. I lost quite a few dogs in the last 3 years. I lost Pikachu, Lollipop, Daddy-O, Pink Dog, and Giggy. So I had 10 at one time. Lollipop and Pikachu were husband and wife. That was old age. Yeah. Daddy-O was old age. He was Giggy's father that we adopted way later. He had a bad leg and breathing issues. Pink Dog died suddenly. We have no idea. It was a heart attack when she was 7. And then Giggy obviously was compromised. Yeah, so I've got 5 dogs now. I've got 5.
Still a household of love. And before I let you go, we already ran out of time already. I don't know how that happened. But I wanted to ask about Vanderpump Rules, because I know you guys just started filming, and I talked to Tom and Tom last week, and they said there's already been blow-ups, there's already been craziness, despite, you know, having some mamas around this time around.
Well, yes. I said to Bill Langworthy, the showrunner and producer of this project we've worked together, I said, wow, well, we can certainly see they've been locked up for a year. Everybody had an opinion, something they wanted to clear up, something that was said on a podcast, but it was kind of more mature, but still very in-depth fights and a division sometimes. But yes, it's still very, very much a vital, passionate show.
Which we love to see, and I'm excited to see. And I will say Tom and Tom said that they find you more as a friend this time around, which I don't know.
Well, that's interesting they say that, but obviously they become partners, albeit junior partners. You know, they bought into 5% each of the business, as you saw. So I do relate to them slightly differently. Come here, puppy. Puppy, come here. Here's one of my little rescues. Here's my little puff monster.
So cute.
He's a rescue. He's got one ear, and he's got no fur like Giggy.
I know,
but he's everything.
He looks a little like Giggy.
Yeah, he's bigger, but he is still a little sex monster, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I worship them, you know that. They're very happy, very connected to me. But yeah, it's. I think we all have a renewed appreciation for people since COVID. Just to be out and about and see people again.